So we've been talking polls tonight and happy people and sad people, and yeah, that was just a poll of 2,000 people. These statistics, though, from Public Health England, they are real proper statistics looking at all of us right across the country. And they're made a league table, and as you heard, Copeland, Cumbria is at the very top of fat people and Kensington and Chelsea at the bottom. There are 3 or 4 areas within London that are right at the bottom, but once you move outside London, it's to the southwest that we look to find the slimmest people. Bristol then has done very well, so we'll chat to Bristol's own Big Brother winning television presenting star dieter Josie Gibson.
Hello, Mark.
Hello. Were you surprised then that Bristol and the southwest generally has done so well?
No, I'm not. I'm not surprised at all, because I think Bristol, I don't know if you know this, but they did a quality of living index, and Money Supermarket did it, and Bristol came up number 1. And if you, because we're such happy people, our quality of living, our quality of life is so much better than those other cities. We keep our cortisol levels down, so we don't gain weight, basically. I mean, it helps us not to gain weight. And also, we've got the best cycle track, so I rarely use my car when I'm in Bristol. It's only when I got to go away and travel for work. So I'm always on the cycle tracks. I think we're a lot like Amsterdam. We're one of the greenest cities as well.
It is an amazing place to cycle. I absolutely love it for that. And the cycleways, I think you had one of the very first cycleways turned into railways turned into a cycleway with the Bristol Bath line. And have you done it? I've done it. Yeah.
Oh, it's nice. I do it some Sundays. I go down to Bath. It takes me about 45 minutes now. It's brilliant. Really good cycle track.
Now, you look amazing right now. I've been looking at pictures, looking at the DVD. You were pretty curvy when you first hit our screens when you won the last Big Brother on Channel 4. That was 2010, wasn't it? And it was a big, big talking point.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know about curvy, Mark. I was a big girl. A really big girl. I don't think there was many curves.
How big did you get in terms of sizes?
Oh, I nearly got to about 17 stone, just under 17 stone. You think about it, not even some heavyweight boxers are 17 stone, so... Yeah.
And were you one of those people, and it's a familiar story to many of us, who yo-yoed a bit?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I've been a yo-yo since the age of 6, a yo-yo dieter. So, yeah, I've definitely yo-yoed, yeah. It's only now that I've educated myself that I've managed to keep it off.
But you say that, don't we all know really deep down what we need to do? It's just a question of whether or not we really want to, isn't it?
No, I think people are so confused these days. I was anyway. I was led to believe, I followed the health plate that the government guidelines recommended us. I was so confused. I think basically we've fallen victim to the Food Standards Agency and the things they put out there that mock us and try and make out things are good for us when really they're full of absolute rubbish and so much sugar. Doing so many things to us that I'll be here all night.
You're talking processed foods here?
Yeah, and things that, you've got 2 people running through a meadow on the front of a packet. You deem it to be healthy for you, and it's full of sugar, it's full of man-made chemicals, and it's not right, and we're putting it in our body. And I tell you what, millions of people... millions of us are doing it every day. We pick up something and we're all guilty of it, not reading your food labels and not knowing what we're actually putting in our body. And it's amazing how many people of us actually do it and give it to our children as well.
Was it being in the limelight and being papped and having the photographs put in the newspaper and being on Big Brother for all that time that actually put you under pressure to do what you've now done and slim right down?
Well, when I started my journey, I wrote down all my wake-up calls that I'd had, because I believe when you start a journey, you've got to sit down and write your wake-up calls up. So I know I've been wanting to lose weight ever since I was a young girl, and so one of my wake-up calls is I went into Evans and I couldn't do the knee-high boots up, and I also some of my friends bought me a flying lesson in a light aircraft, and I couldn't do it because I was too overweight. So I think going into Big Brother and being in the media was another massive wake-up call. And sometimes you've got to have that wake-up call and hit rock bottom to appreciate when you've climbed your way up to the top.
And how long did it take you to get to where you are now?
I was very, very, very strict on myself. I'm not so much strict now because I can maintain it, and I exercise and I cycle and I do my work, my routines, my DVD routines. But it took me about 6 months to proper lose the weight, educate myself and get it off. And now I'm a personal trainer and nutritional advisor. So I love it now.
The pressure is on to make sure you stay that way now. You can't be teaching other people if you don't actually manage to follow your own lessons. So what size are you now? What weight are you down? Because you said you're up to 17 stone.
Yeah, so I'm about a size 10, 12 now. So yeah, I'm about 10 and a half. So I range from about 10 and a half to 10. You know, got to have a bit of wiggle room, I say.
Too right. And have you done it? I mean, you talked about the foods, and you talk now about your exercise regime. Has it always been a bit of both for you? What you eat and how much you exercise? Have you always managed to get both right?
Yeah, well now I have, yeah, but it took a while because I didn't realise I was a sugar addict, and I didn't realise how much sugar was in all the foods I was eating, and I just eat so clean now, and this is why Bristol's amazing, because we've got the best fruit and veg shops. If anybody's about, go to Dig It. There's loads of organic in there. It's really cheap, and it's on Church Road, and and we've got St Nick's Market. They do the farmers markets. You can get all organic meats down there. It's absolutely beautiful. So we're so lucky to have these things right on our doorstep. So
you're lucky because you got hills, and you're lucky because cycling is really easy, like you mentioned earlier. So there's no excuse really, because you go to some towns and cities and there's hardly any cyclists there at all, and so you don't want to be the first to get on a bike. But if you're in Bristol, if you're in New York, if you're in Cambridge, if you're in London, where's the excuse not to?
Well, it's scary, isn't it, in London, I think.
Why is it scary?
Because it's too much traffic. Do you know what? I was in. This is why I moved away from London. To be fair, I was driving along the road and this bike cut me up and he went straight over my bonnet. And I thought, you know what, this is not for me. And I went back to Bristol, where we got cycle path. And
cyclists and cars never come into conflict in Bristol?
Well, not as much as they do London, I don't think. It seems to be every week in London. It seems to be every day. But I think that in Bristol we've got really good cycle pathways. In London they are, but it's not like ours. Ours is safer. Yeah,
well, you're certainly right. The ones in London tend to run for a little bit and then stop. Or they have cars parked in them, or bus stops in them as well, which is slightly problematic. Hey, we'll have to get you back on. We do cycling as a phone-in, which we do from time to time.
We've got right off fitness on the cycling.
No, one more tip before you leave, Josie. I mean, apart from clearly getting the DVD, watching what you've done, etc., 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 a tip for somebody who maybe is listening in Copeland in Cumbria. It's at the top of the fat list that Public Health England put out today.
Yeah.
They want to do something about it. They want to change. What would your first tip be?
I would say the first tip would be to know what you are eating and know what goes in your body. And if you've got too many things that you can't pronounce on the back of the packet or full of sugar, do not eat it. Eat clean and you'll feel better. You won't age. Your mind will feel better. You won't feel depressed. All these processed foods make you fat, sick and unhealthy. So they're designed to make you addicted. So eat clean. That's the best thing I can say to anyone.
Eat clean. I'm going to remember that. Thank you tonight, Josie, for coming on. It's been lovely to talk to you.
And you. Take care, love.
Bye now. Josie Gibson, who in 2010 won the final Big Brother series broadcast on Channel 4. She got 77.5% of the public vote, the largest winning margin on any Big Brother series. Then she was known, well, I said curvy, then she was known as being a big girl. Not so now, and you've heard her story.